Changes, turn and face this. All we hear is Radio Gaga. Look, this movement has legs. This movement has power. This movement is finally taken off. You've woke these people up. I'm telling you, you've woke these people up. And I hear people all the time say, well, it doesn't have a point. What do you mean it doesn't have a point? It has everything to do. I mean, it encompasses all that is wrong with America. It encompasses it all. This is about human dignity. This is about equality. This is about fairness that has been stripped. This is about hard work, honesty, and integrity. The qualities that all of us across America were raised with. Us people that want to do things right. Us people that learned skills and worked hard. Us people that go to work that created all you sickening, grotesque wealth motherfuckers who you robbed from us, who you backdoored us by sending our jobs to freaking China. This is about dignity. This is about honor. This is about integrity. Look, we got raised that way. We did things right. Honesty, integrity, we were taught that by our political leaders, by our coaches, by our teachers, by our aunts, our uncles, our great-grandparents, our mom and dad. That's who we were taught. Our neighbors. We did that. We did that. It was a pure formula for failure because you backdoored us. You fucking creeps backdoored us. We built you up. We built you up. And what did you do? You stabbed us in the fucking back. You took our jobs, moved them to China, and make no mistake about it. They employ slaves. They have created, you know what they're doing to the Chinese people? If this was in your backyard, would you be protesting? If there was a factory with towers setting up where little kids are working 37 cents an hour, if that, in the Philippines, in Indonesia, there are pure slaves. In China, we created this. I thought we fought off the 19th parallel, and they are killing the Chinese masses. This is about wealth redistribution. If this was in your backyard, would you freak out? I started this whole gig, this YouTube gig, with one video, and I told this story. Years ago when I was on Wall Street in the 90s, I got invited to go to, my friend was an oil analyst. I was a derivative arbitrage specialist. I managed pensions for charities. I managed a pension for a charity that managed children's lung disease. There are decent people on Wall Street, but they've been mowed down. We got mowed down by the liars and the fucking cheaters. I got invited. So I go. Lord Brown was speaking. No shit. Lord Brown. So they go up there and he's talking about, and you do know he ended up being a pedophile. You do know that. That was the guy that was head of BP, British Petroleum. This was after Exxon Valdez. So everybody's, and all these Wall Street assholes are kissing his ass, kissing his spring. I sit there and listen to it. My boss is looking. He knew what I was about. He knew I was going to go. So the Q&A, everybody's raising their hands, asking questions, passing the microphone. They call on me. And my boss is like, oh, God, no. And I stood up and I says, hey, Bill or Bob or John or Fred, whatever the fuck your name is, where do you get off coming in the United States calling yourself Lord? Who the fuck are you? We're supposed to kiss your fucking ring when you're up there fucking annihilating our environment in the Exxon Valdez. And remember this, the United States Supreme Court overruled that. They have our courts. These neocon Kool-Aid motherfuckers have our courts. I says, you know what? One last thing. You can go fuck yourself. I got escorted out. I walked in to our trading platform later that day, and I got a standing ovation. Of course, all those guys are gone. We are all gone. We got replaced with these fucking lying, cheating fuckers. Just like last week I said, Grasso Jr., is that your mom down there, bro? That's what they think. That's what happened. And it's not just Wall Street. And you guys know that. It is encompassed across America. I coined this a long time ago. Post-ignorance. I wrote a book about it last year. Post-ignorance. This is a pure counter movement. This is a countercultural movement to neo-ignorance. We have been robbed. You backdoored us. You backdoored every environmental law we ever build up. You let fucking the nuclear radiation fucking industry, you let the corporate media hide all that so they can fucking fill us full of plutonium via the food chain. They let the corporate food chain fucking killing us. They let stress and obesity fucking wiping us out. They took our jobs, moved them to China. Like I said, would you deal with that? Would you honestly, would you put up with that if you were in Ohio or Pennsylvania or here in Utah, anywhere? Would you deal with that if there was a factory with towers? With kids and slaves that are working, making 18 cents an hour, 20 cents an hour, 7 days a week, 10, 15, 20 hours a day, and people jumping to their death, would you put up with that? And their tailings coming out of their factories into rivers, and who's doing it? Not the Chinese. Well, there are some Chinese, American businessman, European businessman, and you people in fucking Europe fucking kill me. You're like, oh, look at these dumb fucking lazy, stupid fucking Americans. What the fuck are you? You did the same thing as us. You let those fuckers take your jobs to fucking China too. Look, would you deal with that? They are polluting this fucking earth and wiping us fucking out. They stole our jobs. And look, to be underemployed in this country is worse than being unemployed. And the small business people in this country, have been wiped out. More government or less government has made more government. Look, these neocon, radical, far-right, radical, idealistic fucking economic policies have failed. They have failed. And we keep going to Bernanke, freaking Greenspan, this Ayn Rand fairy tale fucking science fiction economics has failed. It has failed until we wake up and look, this movement needs radical change. Radical change. Not the Obama butterfly fake progressives. We need real change for the politicians are not going to do this for us. They will not. Look. Here's what you have to do. Number one, get your money out of the market. Take your money out of your 401k. Seriously, seriously, put it in your local community bank. Find a local community bank where the board members are decent people. Find out who those people, if there's some new, like the ones here, the big credit union here is a neocon Kool-Aid drinking, exploiting illegal labor. Don't go to them. Find somebody who has community idealism on their mind and cares about other people. This is simple. We went from the we to the I. This is all about that. These fuckers robbed us blind. This is a counterculture. This is a counter, and has everything to do with dignity, honor, respect. We want to be treated like fucking human beings, not fucking some fucking, I don't know what you'd call it, piece of fucking filth stomped into the fucking corner. You took our fucking jobs. You took our fucking environment. You fucking crushed our children's education. And it isn't about the future. It's about the now. It's about today. Post-ignorance. Kevin Blanch.